This is Adam Gussow from Satan and Adam. Could you tell what key harmonica I was playing? It's a D-flat harp. Remember I said that D-flat was a cool harp? D-flat. Never forget about the great D-flat. Of course, bands will never want to accompany you in the key of A-flat, right? Who plays an A-flat? Blues bands don't play an A-flat. This is a big river harp. Some of you have been writing into me and asking, Adam, what key harmonica, what type of harmonica is best for blues? Well, I always use Hohner Marine bands, but the truth is Hohner's big river harp is a kind of cheap alternative. It's a slightly different cover plate design, but I like it a lot. Anyway, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to actually switch over to my B-flat, but I'm not going to play much. That was just a little introductory, that was a song by Muddy Waters called Gone to Main Street, which I call Take You Downtown. I heard it on the Muddy Waters Woodstock album. I would encourage you, go to iTunes and download, if you do nothing else today, go to iTunes and download that cut. It's called Gone to Main Street, and it's with Paul Butterfield on harp. I think he's playing a B-flat. Wonderful stuff, triplet stuff. Yeah, that's where I first learned how to play those triplets. Anyway, the subject for today is part 2 of my lesson on how to hold the harp. I'm coming to you from home today, not my office at the university, but last time we got together, I talked to you about basically what I called the reference standard grip, and I'll quickly review. I said you take the harp, right, and you hold it between your thumb and your first finger. You make sure that, and you stick the harp in between those two. Look, it looks like a duck, you know, when you make those whack whack shadow kind of plays. Okay, it's like the duck, the talking duck. Hello, hello. Okay, here we go. We're talking hand puppets here. You go like this. You want to make sure that the top and the bottom fingers are equidistant. You then curl. Excuse the harshness of the lighting. This is definitely semi-pro stuff here. Okay, we are on camera, guys. And you kind of curl you actually take your third finger and put it like that, right? I'm just reviewing. Go back to the last lesson and look, and you make a kind of little shell, little clam shell, and then you take your other hand up and you go like this. Now, when you go to a bar and you see a harmonica player, most of them, I think, are going to play like this. And if they're holding the mic, I'm not going to turn it on. All right, what they're doing is they're holding it, you notice, with these 3 fingers, or these 2 fingers, actually 3. These 3. So you've got your 2 fingers for the harp, and you've got these remaining 3 fingers for that. All right. So that's what they do. You'll see Kim Wilson, and guys, there'll be lots of gestures like this. Oh baby. They'll do that kind of thing. Okay. And then when they want to get a more of a cupped sound, right? Listen to the difference between my 2-hole draw on my B-flat harp. So you can get a certain, now this mic is not as responsive as other kinds of mics are to that, but a lot of professional players use an A-static JT30. These mics are extremely responsive to cupping, so you can kind of cup like that. I never was able to cup the A-static mic very well. I don't have the cord, by the way. But that's what harp players do. And so you look at you'll notice this. So you notice I'm holding the harp like that. Ooh, that's sort of that modern look. Look at that. Just have a cover for an album like that. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you how I hold the harp, because I don't hold it that way most of the time. The only time I hold it the way that I just showed you is when I'm playing at a jam session and there's a microphone sticking up for me, and I have to play to the mic. And so I might play like that. But this is what I do. Instead of holding it like that, I take it and I hold it like that. What am I doing? Well, actually, it starts like this. Let me hold it my way first. Okay, this is my way. This is the way I showed you at first. I don't know if you can see the difference. And this is my way. Well, you'll see the difference if I turn it like this. So this is the way that I showed you at first, right? And this is my way. Very different. Now I want you to look at something. So this is my way. What notice about this is that I'm supporting the harp. Well, basically, it's easy. It starts with a cup. So this is what you do. You want to hold it my way, stick your thumbs out, You take this hand, your left hand, you take your right hand, and they're like this, with your thumbs out. Now, I'm going to put the harp between the hands. Now, what's the problem with this grip? Well, you're not really holding it firmly with either of the hands. You're kind of holding it between the hands. What's good about this grip is that once you lock your hands in, okay, you've got a very stable platform. And I love this partly because it makes it easier to play the high notes. So when I go up, right, it's very easy. Because you've got this hand right there supporting the high end. With this way, I always feel like I just can't do it. I can't do it. So this is my way. Now I want you to notice something. All right, watch this. I'm going to hold up the book that I learned how to play from. Tony Little Son Glover's book, Blues Harp. How is Dan Smith holding the harp? Have I solved one of the great mysteries of harmonica playing for you? He's not. He's holding it the way I hold it. He's not holding it the reference standard way. You notice that? Incredible. Okay? So notice he's doing what I'm doing. He's supporting it. He's supporting it sort of like this. Okay? So when you hold it my way, let me show you a little more carefully how I'm holding it. Okay? This is my left hand. So notice what I'm doing. It seems a little awkward. I've got, instead of having my hand like that, I've got my hand like this. So I don't, the thumb, the big difference is the thumb comes up. All right? Now I could just play like this, right? But the harp really kind of wants to fall out. So I've got the pinky underneath there. But when this is when I've sort of got with one hand. When I've got with two hands, the pinky's going to kind of come up, and I'm going to hold it like this. So what I suggest you do is start by cuffing. Start like that. Cup the harp. Then put the harp in there. Now, the great thing about this also is you can kind of flap your hands like that. Now notice, when I flap them, I'm holding it sort of slightly with the left hand and slightly with the right. But here's the payoff. This is why I love what I do. The payoff is when you're holding it with the mic. Okay? Look what I'm doing here. I've got a secure thing. Now notice, the guys, the Kim Wilsons of the world, the guys who hold it like this, okay, they're coming in and cupping. But all the supporting work for the mic is with the left hand. Right? Now that's good in some ways. You can... Okay. But the way I hold it, man, it's locked in there. See that? See how it's locked in? Am I solving one of the great mysteries of the harmonica for you? So if I come up like this, you'll see it from my perspective. And, all right. Now I can get a good, clear, low note. I can open it up like that. See what I'm doing there? I'm holding it with the palms of both of my hands. And I may go back and forth. Actually, I'm supporting it somewhat with the left hand, but when I cup it, I'm really grabbing it with both. So the dead giveaway for my style is that you'll notice that the thumbs are up on either side of my cheeks. So if next time you're looking at harp players in a club, all right, if they hold it like that, that's reference standard. 90% of the players do it like that. If the thumbs are up, that's my way. It's all for this lesson. Gotta go. See you down the road. One last commercial announcement. www.modernbluesharmonica.com. Check out my website, folks. Tips are welcome. Thanks.